In today's video, I want to talk about how I get paid as a blogger. Everyone always talks about the different revenue streams of how you can make money as a blogger, but no one actually talks about how the money lands in your bank account. So how can you actually get paid? So today I'm going to change that. After watching this video, you'll know exactly how the money you make blogging through, for example, affiliate marketing, YouTube, or digital product sales lands in your pocket. And I share all the tools you need to make this happen. This doesn't have to be hard at all, but there's a few helpful tips I can give you today. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Katie and I'm a Swiss blogger and a Pinterest marketing teacher here on YouTube. I've been blogging for over 10 years and turned my blog into a business, earning a full-time income blogging. And let me just tell you, when I started this whole blogging thing 10 years ago, I had no idea what I was doing or how I could get paid doing this. But luckily, things have changed and it's gotten so much easier getting paid since social media has blown up so much. And bloggers, influencers, and content creators are earning a full-time income all over the world. So let me walk you through this whole process of getting paid as a blogger. Okay, to kick things off, let's talk about how money lands in my account. As a professional blogger, I get paid in different ways. The most common is through advertising networks like Google, AdSense, or Mediavine. I also work with brands directly to promote their products on social. I use affiliate marketing to promote products. And finally, I also sell my own digital products. So that's how I make money online. Now, how does that income from all of these sources actually land in my bank account? And the answer is, it depends. Today, I want to focus on two things: payment providers like PayPal or Stripe, as well as wire transfers, where money is deposited directly into my bank account. So for all of those things I mentioned earlier, affiliate marketing, selling my own products, and ad income, they all pay me differently, but usually either through a payment provider like PayPal or a direct deposit to my bank account. So first, how exactly does that work with a payment provider? Well, for me, I've set up a PayPal account for my business. And when I get paid for any of those income sources, it all comes into my PayPal account first. Then from there, about once a week, I transfer that money from PayPal over into my business checkings account. Now, the reason I do that is that it's just easier for me to keep track of everything in one place. I can see at a glance what my total income is for the month, and I can transfer it over into my business account and start paying bills from there. The second method is direct deposit straight into my bank account. This is how I get paid from some of my ad income, sponsorships, and brand deals. The company will send me a contract and I will agree on a rate, and they set up a direct deposit into my account. The same goes for income from YouTube income. They are directly paying my business account. Normally for YouTube, the payment just goes out automatically once a month, so I don't have to think about that at all. But other times you have to go into, for example, affiliate networks and approve the transfer. So for example, if the affiliate network has a payout minimum of, let's say, $20, you'll have to go in there and tell them to send that payment once you've hit that $20 mark. Okay, now I know this is a lot already and it sounds a bit confusing, so let's make a ton of examples to make this clear. Let's start with YouTube and blogging ads. If I'm working with an ad network, then typically I'll get paid monthly. The payment will come directly from the ad network to my bank account, so via wire transfer. I prefer wire transfer, but like for Mediavine, you can see they got different options to get paid. You can check it out. I will link to it in the description below. You can also choose PayPal if you prefer. With PayPal, you also have transaction fees. So when you move the money from PayPal to your bank account, and so you really have to look at your situations and see what makes sense in terms of transaction costs. So let's see how this looks for YouTube as a second example. So before I got approved to YouTube ads, I had to fill out a form and send it back to their offices with my address and tax information. I also gave them my account number so they know where to transfer the money. So for example, back last year, you can see I made this amount in November 2021. As payments come in every month, I get an email from YouTube letting me know that the payment has processed and it's on its way. So now I can go into my bank account and see, okay, here is the money. It came in at that date and it was deposited into my checking account. Okay, so let's look at affiliate marketing, which is a bit different and maybe a bit complicated. So basically, when someone clicks an affiliate link of mine and they make a purchase, the owner of that product, so the brand, will pay me a commission. The commission is typically a percentage of the sales price, but it can also be a flat fee. So I could be like 10% of the purchase price, or it'd be like $10 fixed per sale. It really depends on the product. Now, affiliate payments will usually go into my PayPal account first, and then I can transfer it to my bank account from there. But like I said, it depends. Some affiliate income is deposited straight into my bank account, such as, for example, for affiliate networks. An affiliate network includes all kinds of brands, and you get paid a summary of all the income you made from different products that are part of that network. But there are also brands that don't want to join an affiliate network, but run their own programs. In that case, it's similar to the direct deposit method, where they'll send me a contract and then set up a direct deposit into my bank, or they set up a PayPal transfer as well. Let me show you two examples here as well. So for example, here inside the Share Sale network, and you go into payment settings, you can see that I've set up a direct payment option with a minimum of $50. So when I reach this monthly minimum, I get a direct deposit to my bank. And that's the income from different products. But for this affiliate product here, it has its own program. It's not part of a network. So you can see that the commission type is manual and the payment source is PayPal. So this is directly transferred to my business PayPal, as you can see here. Okay, next we've got digital products, so like ebooks, courses, and memberships. This is probably one of the most common ways that bloggers make money. So you create a digital product and sell it on your website. The payment for these products will usually come through an online payment processor like PayPal or Stripe. So let's have a look at my Teachable account here. This is the platform I use to host and sell my digital products. So for example, templates and online courses. So here's an overview of all the sales that you make, and if you go into the settings and payments again, you can see that you can add your PayPal email here. So you get paid through that. And here's a screenshot of what it looks like inside my PayPal account. All right, and finally, for sponsored collaborations, this is where a brand will pay me to promote their products or service on my blog or social media. So the payments for these can vary a lot. It could be a one-time payment, or it could be an ongoing monthly retainer. It all depends on the brand and what they're looking for. The payment will usually come directly from the brand, either through PayPal or a wire transfer to my bank account. So here's an example for a brand deal I'm working on right now and how this could look like. You usually negotiate the rate, or they let you know the expected payment and you either agree or don't, and then you discuss what the payment process looks like. Like for bigger sponsorships, there's usually a brand manager you can talk to and ask all the questions. So for sponsorship, it's a lot more work and going back and forth with their team. All right, now I hope this overview just gave you a good idea of how bloggers get paid and where the money comes from. Now, to finish off, let me give you 5 tips that I've learned along the way that are super important for getting paid as a blogger. So tip number 1 is to set up a business for yourself. So for me, I have an LLC company, which makes it so much easier to separate my income from my business from my private account. Once the money is on my business account, I'm paying myself income like a salary through my business. So it's my business that is making the money and not me as a person. Like I said, I'm paying myself a salary. This also has the advantage that you can deduct business expenses like your computer, your internet, other blogging related expenses from your taxes. Tip number 2 is that maybe starting a business on top of your blog is a bit much. Then I still recommend starting a separate account, or at least a separate PayPal account where you can track the income from your blog separately. You can start a business PayPal account, I think, for free. So that's really helpful. And then third, make sure you have a list of all the affiliate networks you are part of so you can track your income. You want to make sure you get paid for all the work you're like you're doing. And like I mentioned earlier, sometimes you need to go into the network and approve the payment. So don't leave that money on the table. All right, and then tip number 4, again, make sure you track sponsored collaborations and the date when the payment is due. I've had the experience where I worked with a brand and they said the payment would be made on such and such date, but then that day came and there was no payment. So I reached out to them and said, and they said like, oh, we forgot, we will make the payment next week. But if I hadn't reached out to them or tracked it, I would have never gotten paid. Like, they're not running after you like that. So make sure you keep track and follow up if payments are late. And finally, tip number 5, check for other terms like transfer fees or cost of changing currencies. These things can add up a lot. So for example, you think you're getting paid $100, but then actually PayPal will take away like 2% transfer fees. So that's now $98. And then you want to convert it into a different currency, which will also cost, so maybe 3%. So then we're down to like $95. So that's why for my blogging business, I've got 2 accounts, one for Swiss francs and one in US dollars. So I don't need to convert currencies if I don't want to lose that money. Now, I know that was a lot and I crammed a lot of information into this video, but I honestly feel like bloggers never talk about this. And I hope it really helped you to see how I do this in action for my business. Now, I know you can do this too. You don't need to do all these things like at once. Just maybe start with one affiliate product or one ad network and then build your blog up from there, because I know you got this. Now, that was it from me for today. If you want to learn more about blogging and Pinterest, also make sure you check out my free resource library. You can download over 30 PDF guides, checklists, cheat sheets, and so much more for free. And yeah, that's it from me for today. Make sure to subscribe and I will talk to you next week. Cheers!